Blessed Lent, everyone. My name is Peter, a disciple of Jesus Christ here in Vancouver. Over the past year and a half, God has given me a special opportunity to grow in love with St. Joseph. During this ongoing journey, it has been a joy to rediscover and perhaps re-meet St. Joseph as a fierce, strong hero, much like his ancestor, King David. His boldness or courage helps me to grow as a follower of Jesus and also navigate my profession as an emergency responder. This courage especially guides me when I am placed in environments full of danger, uncertainty, and fear. I recall a few years ago, I was with a woman in need of medical attention. We were chatting and doing just fine until all of a sudden, without any notice, she retrieved a small knife and took a swing toward her chest. I was in a position to prevent that swing and wrestle the knife out of her hand. In another instance, I was bashing through a barricaded door. Inside was a man in distress and a room consumed in flame. I dragged the man out of it and put out the fire. Often, I drive against the traffic in high speed to respond to emergency calls, or I enter an unknown environment not knowing if there's a victim, a dead body, or violent foe inside. I did not know it then, but as I look back now, these were just opportunities that God has given me to grow in courage. Courage or bravery is synonymous to the word fortitude, which is an inherent virtue in all of us, be it believers or non-believers, people of ancient times or us here today. All humanity is born with it. This fortitude, the Church teaches us, is a firm resolve to pursue goodness while overcoming obstacles and sometimes at our own expense. The little written about St. Joseph showcases a few difficult situations that he was placed in. He was to wed Mary, who was found to be pregnant out of wedlock. Imagine the ridicule, gossip, and slander, similar to what follows us sometimes when we are caught up in unfortunate circumstances. How about his many journeys with a pregnant wife, only a few months after, a newborn infant and his postpartum wife, only a few years later, a toddler. He traveled many kilometers against harsh terrain, scorching heat waves, illnesses, unpaved roads, wild animals, and violent thieves. Not unlike unpleasantries that we have faced, especially in Vancouver or as a young family. Or consider the years that he had spent in Egypt, a foreign land with different language, culture, religion, ideas. There were so many things out of Joseph's control without a clear plan for the future, much like our own daily struggles, being suffocated by doubts and fears of uncertainties of tomorrow. But St. Joseph prevailed. Actually, he did more than that. His courage triumphed. How? He allowed divinity to pierce his heart and then strengthen his will to do good. He heard divine providence speak to him, "Joseph, son of David, do not fear to take Mary as your wife." His inherent human fortitude was divinely inspired. It was strengthened, sharpened, and elevated beyond human limits to face the impossible. That was to wed a frowned-upon woman, to travel many perilous journeys, and to lead a family which he had not planned. The examples I share in my profession or lives of St. Joseph can be, admittedly, extraordinary examples. However, I believe that everyone's courage is challenged daily. Regardless of my opportunities as a police officer, my courage has best grown daily by doing ordinary things, because I firmly believe that it takes courage to practice and love my Catholic faith in this anti-religious generation. It takes courage to uphold and live out chastity in this overly sexualized world. It takes courage to take stand on my convictions against cancel culture. And it takes courage to know and be truly who I am, God's beloved and his relentless lover. Looking to St. Joseph's courage as our inspiration, we too can strengthen our resolve with divine grace through prayers, sacraments, so to live our daily lives to their fullest. Only then our hearts will be steadfast to always seek the true good, which is God Himself. Saint Joseph, most brave, pray for us.